And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on the third day of the South Dakota State Volleyball Tournament. Some teams right where they want to be, other teams underperformed just a little bit this year, but all the matter, we are here on day 3, back for some action. On the call tonight, I'm Gage Ravellette on the Gayville-Volin Raiders YouTube channel, presented by 5 Star Streaming on YouTube. Tonight's matchup is the number 6 Gayville-Volin Raiders against the number 4 ranked Kadoka Cougars. Looking at tonight's matchup, Kadoka has taken a little turn for the worse coming into this tournament. They are the number 4 seed, and they were for sure expecting to be in that semifinals game and maybe even a chance to make the finals game. But it's not how the cookie crumbles sometimes, and you end up here on day 3 fighting for a win. The Gayville-Volin Raiders, on the other hand, had a tough first-round matchup against Hitchcock-Tulare, and they pushed them to 4 sets. Gayville-Volin is the 6th seed. That makes Hitchcock-Tulare the 3. So the Raiders to push the 3 seed to 5 sets to give them a chance to win is quite impressive in itself. At the end of the day, though, they couldn't hold on and hang through, and they were beat in the 5th set to 15. Yesterday, I was gone, so I did not catch the game, but from what I seen, Gayville-Volin played a tough Coleman-Egan team who they played earlier in the year, and that was a doozy of a game earlier in the year. It went to all 5 sets. It went to extra points and pretty much every set, and it came down right to the last point in the 5th. Coleman-Egan ended up pulling it away then, and they do happen to pull away again yesterday, but in more of a dominant fashion. I think the loss yesterday on the Raiders was kind of a more of a down in the dumps game. You lose a big one to Hitchcock-Tulare, who you think you almost should have beat, even though you were a big underdog. And just to come back the next day and try to piece it together is tough to do. So, after another night of sleep, another chance to play a game here in the state tournament, the nerves have settled down, the emotions should have settled down. There's one more game left in the year. You just go out and play and have fun one last time. We got 2 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock before we begin. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more action here in the Denny Stanford Premier Center on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Welcome to JR's Oasis, your one-stop food and gas shop. Proud to serve Phillips 66 regular, premium, and diesel fuel. After fueling, go inside for slushies and shakes, ice cream cones, and now offering a full line of healthy, chilled items and snacks. JR's hot menu is great for breakfast, lunch, and supper, featuring the famous Hammer Breakfast Sandwich and fresh hand patty burgers. Try the new Cafe Tango frozen coffees for that extra boost of deliciousness. JR's Oasis, East Highway 50, Yankton.
Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermillion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Hey, it's Paula here at the Hay Shed in Gayville, home of the half-pound burger and homemade onion rings. You know, there's nothing better than wrapping your mouth around a mouth-watering, big, juicy, medium, hand-pattied homemade burger. And the Hay Shed in Gayville has just that burger for you. Grab some homemade onion rings or fries to go along with that mouth-watering burger. Wash it all down with that favorite beverage, and all this goodness is at the Hay Shed in Gayville, where we have good friends, good food, good times, and everything is homemade.
Welcome back here in the Denny Stanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Excuse me there. Before we begin, we still got 15 seconds on the clock before I assume they announce some rosters and some other things. So I'd like to give a thanks to the sponsors of tonight's match. Starting from the top of the list, the Hay Shed, Flatlanders, Valley Egg Supply, Toby's Lounge, Jaeger Diesel, JR's Oasis, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Poet Biorefinery, TLC Propane, Clubhouse Grill, Morningside Event Center, and Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Once again, thank you to all the sponsors for tonight's match. Wonderful things that they do to help us provide these live stream broadcasts of the Gayville-Volin Raiders athletics, volleyball, football. They have it, we broadcast it. So going over some starting rosters for tonight's match, starting on the Gayville-Volin Raiders side, we have number 1, Jolie Westrom, number 2, Ayla Dimmer, number 4, Britton Sheets, number 7, Maya Aiken, number 19, Caden Bai, and number 21, Taylor Hoxing. Before we start, we'll step aside for the national anthem.
Under the direction of Haley Kerwin, we would remind all in attendance that the proper respect is to remove your hat, face the flag, and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may salute the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We're back as we set everything back up.
All right, well, let's make the starters for this.
And we'll make adjustments as needed, but we should be good so far. So as I was saying, on the Gayville-Volin side's race rosters, not Raiders, we have number 1, Jolie Westrom, number 2, Ayla Dimmer, and I was wrong when I said it earlier. Number 3, Eliza Westrom is out there for the starting lineups. I didn't mention her name earlier, but I was going to mention regardless. She is heavy in the rotation for this Raiders team, so look to her to be on the court multiple times throughout the night making plays. Next up is number 7, Maya Aiken. I forgot number 4, also Britton Sheets. Number 19, Caden Bai, and lastly, the libero, number 21, Taylor Hoxing. On to the Kadoka side, it looks like they do not have a libero. but I do have names. So starting at the top, number 1, Madison Nemec. Number 13, Breezy Amit. Number 14, Shaylee Porch. And it looks like my numbers are mixed up, folks, so give me a second. So after number 14, Shaylee Porch, we have number 15, Cassidy Williams. Number 16, Bella Williams, and number 24, Landon Kane. One girl to look for on the rotation side for the Cougars will be number 12, Michaelin Bonenberger. I don't know a whole lot about this Kadoka team. I am from that Kadoka-ish area. I don't want to say I'm a Kadoka Cougar for sure because that would tear me apart. But I am from that area, so I do know a little bit. I haven't watched this team play. All I know is they are really good at volleyball. And looking at their record, I close up the overlay. I'll put it back up so you guys can see. They are 31-5 coming into this game. 2 of them losses are here at the state tournament. So coming into the state tournament, they were 31-3. And to me, that's a pretty good record. So this isn't no slouch to the team. They've had 2 bad days here, but you can't count them out because I have seen good volleyball from this team, and they are not a team to take lightly after 2 bad days. And the same goes for the Gayville-Volin Raiders side. I've been following this team for a lot. I shouldn't say longer, but this whole season, I should say, and they are a good team too. An all-right day on the first day, a game that they should have won, to a kind of a bad day yesterday. But I looked for Gayville to be a good team today and hopefully get the win. And it looks like the announcers are on the Class A side. I'll go over the Class A and Double A teams, but we won't see much action from them as we are focused on this Gayville-Volin Raiders match. So on the Double A side for the 7th and 8th place match, it will be the Aberdeen Golden Eagles against the Brandon Valley Lynx. On the Class A side, it is the Winter Warriors taking on the Mount Vernon Plankington Titans. Both of them games should be good. And I will say, if you guys do want to watch those matches instead of this one, it is on the SDPB.org website as well as SDPB YouTube, as well as complete coverage, updated scores, bracket stats, and photos of this high school volleyball tournament. Visit sdpb.org/volleyball for those. All these matches will be streamed on the SDPB YouTube channel, as I mentioned, and the 3rd and 4th place matches, as well as the championship matches for all 3 of the classes, will be broadcasted live on television, with Class A on SDPB1, Class AA on SDPB2, and Class B on SDPB3. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on all social medias. But if you're here strictly for Gayville-Volin, then stick around because we are here for them as well. And here we are on to the Class B. As I might have mentioned earlier, maybe I haven't, I for sure thought it, this Gayville-Volin Raiders team is a big rotational team. They have multiple girls that can be subbed in and out, and I think I say it every time I come on air that they use a lot of girls on their teams to score points, so I feel like I sound like a broken record, but if you're new here, that's who the Gayville-Volin Raiders are. Other girls on the team, not in the starting lineup, as I mentioned earlier. A few to name is number 16, Paisley Dimmer. I don't think I've seen her in the starting lineup. She is only a freshman, but when Ayla Dimmer comes to the front row, they sub out, and Paisley Dimmer is one of the go-to girls. They set the ball up, and they look and lean on her for points. But another good thing about this team is they don't just rely on 1 or 2 girls like Maya Aiken or Paisley Dimmer. They do around the horn for other girls to score points. For example, Jolie Westrom is normally on the other far side of the court as Maya Aiken, and they'll set it up to Maya Aiken 2 or 3 times in a volley. I mean, if it lasts that long. And then they'll dump it back to Westrom, and she normally can pick up a point. Or in the middle is normally Eliza Westrom or Kaden Bai, who have been known to spike the ball a few times to pick up the points. So here we are, Ayla Dimmer, the usual starter to serve as I pull away the overlay and get things set up. So to start the game, the Raiders do look to set up Aiken off the spike. It doesn't go through, but as I mentioned earlier, that is one of the girls they go to. And a spike from Eliza Westrom off the middle will be blocked out of bounds, so Gayville will pick up the first point of the set. 1-0. As Ayla Dimmer is back to serve once again. It looks like we had a ball on the court. I don't know if that was from another match or if it just rolled from the side. Now it looks like some kind of interference on Kadoka. So Gayville will pick up the first 2 points. And that one from what looks to be Madison Nemec hit out the back. Excuse me. Number 16, Bella Williams was the one with the hit there. So 3-0 in favor of the Raiders. And a kill for Aiken. Looks to me her first kill of the match. There will be plenty more where that comes from. So 4-0 run to start for the Raiders. If I was to be critical of this team, and I can't lie, I'm not a big volleyball expert, as you probably can tell if you've seen me broadcast this sport before. Before I finish my story, Kadoka finally gets on the board with a kill of their own. It looked to be number 16, Bella Williams, once again. Numbers are kind of hard to read with their hair on their back, so my apologies if I make a mistake. Bella Williams once again, a second kill as her spikes hit blocked out of bounds, so 4-2. Kadoka seems to be fighting back. But if I was to be critical of this Gayville-Volin team, I would say they do often start slow, so a 4-0 run to start is pretty good signs of life for this Raiders team. Hopefully they can keep it up, though. We did see they did take the first set against Hitchcock-Tulare on the first day of the tournament, so now Taylor Hoxing back to serve. Bella Williams, another spike attempt, but this time into the net, so 6-2 for the Raiders. Bella Williams, another spike, this time blocked out of bounds. Little cheer on the Gayville-Volin side. I thought they were going to get the point right away, but it looks like it will for sure be for the Cougars. Serving for the Cougars will be number 15, Cassidy Williams. As a spike from the Raiders will get down as it cannot be properly returned. So now Britton Sheets for the Raiders will be back to serve. Big block from Landon Kane. Will be fruitful as the Raiders hit it over the back on the next set of hits. So a substitution for the Cougars. Landon Kane coming out in favor of number 12, Michaelin Bonenberger, as I mentioned in the pregame. Now Caden by with a little heads-up doink over the net, making it 8-4 early on here in the first set. So now Maya Aiken back to serve. Ayla Dimmer comes out in favor of Paisley Dimmer. Look for a few kills from Paisley Dimmer in the next couple of minutes. Kadoka earns their 5th point as it was Shaylee Porch on the hit as it was blocked out of bounds. Little awkwardness in the placement of the ball, a little close to the net. Won't matter though as the Raiders do get it over. And now Paisley Dimmer just onto the top of the net. I think it was blocked a little bit. So, excuse me, Paisley Dimmer will get the kill. That has been something I've been struggling today and that first day of the tournament from up here in the booth. I can't see which side of the net the ball falls on sometimes. It looks like it did get over to the Cougar side that time. That block will make it back on the Raider side, as it's now 9-6 in favor of the Raiders. As you can see, we're kind of at a diagonal angle, so it is tough to see which side the ball does come down. I'm a little high up as the Raiders pick up their 10th point. This match does seem like it is closer than only a 4-point. It seems like the Raiders have been dominant throughout so far. Jolie Westrom doesn't get through there. And that one from Bella Williams. Couldn't quite make out the number there. It does go out the back. Now number 1, Jolie Westrom for the Raiders will serve. And that spike from the middle is number 1, Madison Nemec for the Cougars, keeping it a 4-point match set. Still trying to figure this terminology out. I think I'd have it down by now. Serving for the Cougars is number 14, Shaylee Porch. Spike from Paisley Dimmer doesn't get through, as the Cougars are able to return it. Now Jolie Westrom. It was close, but it is ruled out. So 11-8. Liza Westrom is dangerous from the middle. Once she gets hot, she will rack up the kills. Now back to Madison Nemec. Hard hit ball. Can the Raiders return? Yes, they do. Right back to Nemec as she elects to just kind of set the ball over. Taylor Hoxie making a full court hit across box by Paisley Dimmer, as it looked like the Cougars were just trying to tip it over. Big block from the freshman, making it 12-8. So Paisley Dimmer comes out. Ayla Dimmer back in to serve. Now Madison Nemec. Spike doesn't go through. Maya Aiken off the top of the net. They will get her for a double hit. So a 12-9. Back to serve for the Cougars will be Madison Nemec. So Raiders go right back to Aiken. Can't find the ball through. Now Eliza Westrom can't put one on the ground either. Big block from number 15, Cassidy Williams on the Cougar side will set them up to score. So it is now a 2-point set. And while you guys at home can't see it, I can on the big board. Looks like both the double A and A matches are all close, all within 3. Looks like we have a good set of matches across the board here to begin the third day. Eliza Westrom from the middle, just out the back. So we now have a 1-point set. The Cougars are keeping things alive. Excuse me, I once again got it wrong. They will count it. It must have been tipped, and I didn't see it. So now Taylor Hoxing back to serve. Eliza Westrom is subbed out in favor of Caden Bai. And that kill from Maya Aiken will be blocked out of bounds. So Raiders will climb to a 4-point lead. So Hoxing still serving. As Aiken looks to find the open hole in the back of the defense, but just can't keep it down. It was open back there. Nobody to defend. Just a little off to the side, maybe an inch farther back. A little more straight. She would have been able to score for the Raiders, but it is all good though. They still have a 3-point lead. As Bella Williams is blocked right at the net, so a 15th point for the Raiders here in the first set. Britton Sheets back to serve. This one goes into the net, so no harm done as the Cougars get it right back. Looked like I missed Landon Kane coming back in. She is subbed out in favor of Michaela Bodenberger, who is back to serve. That substitution slipped right past me. As Caden Bai tries to doink it over. It is blocked at the net. They set Bai back up. It bounces off the net, and she will get the kill, making it 16-12. So now Ayla Dimmer comes out in favor of Paisley Dimmer. Maya Aiken is back to serve. And a timeout was called. It looks like it's it's the Gayville-Volin Raiders who take the timeout. So while they are at break, we'll take one as well, and we will be back after this 30-second commercial break on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Teamwork. You can't have sports without it, and biofuels would not be where they are today without your team spirit. Poet Bioprocessing in Hudson is proud to use your locally produced corn to make clean-burning ethanol for all of America to use. How's that for a winning combination? Poet Bioprocessing in Hudson reminds you to pump ethanol in your gas tank to support cleaner air, less dependency on oil, and support our local farmers. That's Poet Bioprocessing in Hudson. Good luck to area teams this year.
And we're here back in the Denny Stanford Premier Center. I'm Gage Ravellette on the call. Maya Aiken just served over the net as I try not to interrupt my shout out with the action. I think I said that backwards, but oh well. So now Bella Williams, a heater to the back row. Paisley Dimmer sends her own. Neither can get through, but a little send back from the Cougars will find its way home, so 16-13. It's like a big spike from the Winter Warriors over on the double A. Got the whole bottom bowl erupt. Now another point for the Raiders as that one sent out the back. Now Caden Bai back to serve for the Raiders. 17-13 is the score. Raiders have held the lead all set. Now a big point from Shaylee Porch as she split the back row and was able to find pay dirt. So substitution for the Raiders. Caden Bai coming out, Taylor Hoxton coming in. As the Cougars pick up an ace, cut the lead to 2. Serving for the Cougars is number 13, Breezy Amiot. And that one from Shaylee Porch sent out the back. So 18-15 as we're nearing the end of the first set. It's still neck to neck. Jolie Westrom back to serve for the Raiders now. Madison Nemec can't keep that one down. 19-15. Paisley Dimmer blocked out of the net from Shaylee Porch. It will go out of bounds after a first touch from the Raiders. So 19-16. Shaylee Porch will also be back to serve. As that one goes into the net, and the Raiders will be the first team to 20. Paisley Dimmer comes off, Ayla Dimmer comes on, and you guessed it, Ayla Dimmer is back to serve. Spike attempt from the Cougars is blocked. And they send it right back at the Raiders as Aiken can't get it over the block of the first line. So 2017 with Madison Nemec back to serve. Britton Sheets elects to just send that one over. A little close to net. Not much to do. Big spike from Bella Williams. That was a screamer down the far line. It's a 2-point match here in the first set. Liza Williams from the outside, though. Position we normally don't see from her too much. Does get the kill. She is subbed off. I didn't see who came on. Most likely Caden Bai, number 19 for the Raiders. And Bella Williams this time blocked right at the net by Caden Bai. Cougars can't react quick enough after the block to return it, so the Raiders do pick up a 20-second point. Timeout is called, this time from the Cougars. We'll take a 30-second commercial break as well from the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Larry with Larry's Heating and Cooling. We're having a doorbuster sale. A 2-ton Carrier Central Air for $24.95 or a 96% efficient 60,000 BTU Carrier furnace for $39.95. Or buy both and I'll give you $500 off for a price of $59.90. Includes basic installation, a 2-year maintenance agreement, 10-year part warranty, 5-year labor warranty with a continued maintenance agreement. Only at Larry's Heating and Cooling. Financing available as low as $55 a month. Call Larry's today.
We're here back in the Denny Stanford Premier Center. Looks like the Cougars didn't want to use their full timeout. Kind of just a reset there as we are nearing the end. Trying to change the momentum quick. The Raiders now closing their huddle as they come onto the court with the clock hitting 0. So Taylor Hoxing back to serve for the Raiders following the timeout. The Raiders only need 3 to claim the first set. Now Maya Aiken, I think the Cougars were setting up for a hard hit ball, and Aiken just doinks it to her left to find the open space. So Raiders only need 2 now, with Hoxing still back to serve. By sends that one just a little far out the back. But still a 4-point set. Serving for the Cougars will be number 15, Cassidy Williams, as she puts it over the back herself. So the Raiders only need 1, no damage done. That more or less helps them out, as Britton Sheets is now back to serve, trying to put things away for her team. And Bella Williams off the top of the net, can't get it over, and that will be an anticlimactic finish to the first set. I was trying to set up some drama, but it looks like we won't get any as the first set ends 25-19. So it more or less good, not good, great showing from the Raiders to begin, as they are taking on the 4 seed in the tournament. We'll take a quick commercial break as we do have 2.5 minutes left in this intermission, and we'll be back for the start of the second set on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Wait. Toby's Lounge has wings?
Yep, wings.
I thought it was roasted chicken.
Well, yes, they still have the best roasted chicken in the universe, but they also have big, juicy, saucy wings. Only 71 cents each on both Mondays and Thursdays. Toby's Lounge also has 7-ounce burgers that have won Burger Battle. Happy hour starts every day at 5, beers for only $2. Check out tobyslounge.com or find Toby's Lounge on Facebook for all the daily specials. Toby's Lounge open 11 to 9 every day. Congrats to the Gayville-Volin volleyball team on an outstanding season from TLC Propane. TLC Propane is proud to be your only locally owned propane provider. With 86 years of combined experience in the propane business, you can count on us this winter. We'll soon be moving to our new Yankton location at 2208 Whiting Drive. Great job, Gayville-Volin athletes and scholars. Bring home the 2024 State Volleyball Championship.
Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
And we are back here in the Denny Stanford. It looks like they're ready to call the break just a little bit early, as both teams make one final substitution. Caden By coming out, Taylor Hoxing coming on. Looks like, nope, excuse me, I was going to say I thought Britton Sheets came off, but she is still on there as well. So the Cougars will start with the serve here in the second set. Serving for them will be Madison Nemec as we get underway for the second set. Aiken in the back row, getting the dig, setting up Paisley Demmer. It does go through. So the Raiders will once again take the first point. Paisley Dimmer comes off. Ayla Dimmer comes on, and she is also back to serve. And almost saved from the Raiders there. It looked like they were going to get it off. Both Britton Sheets and Hoxing laid out for the ball, but it looks like it is blown dead. So all squared at 1. Number 15, Cassidy Williams, back to serve for the Cougars. As it looks like she will pick up an ace. A miss hit from that back line. Can't keep it in. So 2-1. First lead for the Cougars. In the whole match. That one stays in, really close. So 3-1, the Cougars are up by 2 now. A split decision was needed to be made, and you can't blame Hoxing for making either. And the Raiders finally, I guess I can't say get on the board, but finally string something back together as Aiken does finally get a kill to start off this second set. So now Taylor Hoxing back to serve for the Raiders. 3-2 in favor of the Cougars. I didn't see what the referee called. I do know it is Raider point, so we are all squared at 3 here in set 2. This time Bella Porch can't put it on the line, just outside. So Raiders reclaim the lead, 4-3. And Hoxing probably a little fatigued there as that one can't quite make it to the net. We are tied at 4. Score was at one point 3-1. I mean, that's only a 2-point set, but Kadoka did score 3 in a row. Looks like Gayville has been on a run of their own till that last serve. Bella Porch, I thought that one was going to get down. It doesn't. Now Aiken sends one deep. Cougars able to recover. Right back to Aiken. Over the back, though. They're looking for a tip. Allison Jones doesn't seem very happy about that one. Regardless, Kadoka has the lead, 5-4. As Caden By gets the doink over the net. So Britton Sheets back to serve. Things tied at 5. Hard hit ball from Bella Williams there. 6-5. Excuse my yawn, I couldn't hold it back. So Bella Williams will also be back to serve for the Cougars. Cougars elect to just send it back over safely. There's a little confusion there, it looked like, on the Raider side. There, big block from Maya Aiken. Things are all squared. This one is tight. So Aiken back to serve. That means Paisley Dimmer comes in. Ayla Dimmer comes out. Little scramble from the Cougars will cause the confusion for the Raiders to pick up the point. I think the Raiders thought it was all over. No way they were making the save, and the Cougars do. So now Breezy Amiot. Can't be returned from the Raiders, so that will be an ace to take a 2-point lead. Now Paisley Dimmer, hard hit ball. It is saved though by the Cougars. Jolie Westrom blocked the net as she tries to make a second chance play, but I think she trips on what looked to be Britton Sheets there. So now a 3-point set here in the second. As Amiot is still serving for the Cougars. Excuse me, I do have the score backwards. It's flipped on the big board for me as I try to not be confused. So Caden By back to serve for the Raiders. It looks like number 14, Shaylee Porch, will elect to not spike it, but instead just doink it over the net, pick up a 3-point lead. They are the first team to double digits. Things look good for them here in the second. Landon Kane comes back on. Kaylin Bonenberger will be subbed off for the Cougars. Britton Sheets elects to just set it over instead of her teammate. Landon Kane can't keep it down. Raiders are within 2, 10-8. Jolie Westrom will serve for the Raiders. She puts it close to the line. And a big block from Eliza Westrom. Something to cheer about. Huge block for the Raiders. Paisley Dimmer just tries to get it over, almost doesn't as it goes off the net. Madison Nemec, I thought she was going to get that one down. She doesn't. It goes out the back. So 10-10, we're all squared. Both teams not looking to give up quite yet. Paisley Dimmer can't connect on that one, so the Kadoka will regain the lead. Just a young mistake. She is a freshman, though. Excited to see how good of a volleyball player she becomes in the next coming seasons. Already has a good chunk of minutes on a state-level roster. As that one from Bella Williams is blocked out of the bounce, Kadoka will take a 2-point lead now, 12-10. Now Madison Nemec serving for the Cougars. Eliza Westrom, will it be saved? It is. Paisley Dimmer tries to make a last-ditch play. It won't go, so 13-10. That ball kind of fell in that awkward space where it was really close to the net but wasn't going to go over. The Raiders couldn't recover. Kind of sweeping play from Eliza Westrom. Score the point. She came from kind of the near middle side as Paisley Dimmer comes off, Ayla Dimmer comes on. Looked like it was some kind of set up, drawn up play. Landon Kane now off the net will score. 14-11 in favor of the Cougars. Now number 15, Cassidy Williams, serves for the Cougars. Now to Maya Aiken. It looked like that one went off the face or neck area of Shaylee Porch. It is saved by the Cougars. Raiders get another chance. They set up Maya Aiken, and her kill goes through. So Taylor Hoxing back to serve for the Raiders. Hard hit ball from Bella Williams there for the Cougars. No chance of a save there. She found the open gap and sent a rocket on the court. So now Landon Kane comes out, number 12. Michaela Bonenberger comes in to serve. Caden by from the middle is blocked. A little toss up at the net. Aiken does get the last touch and sends it over to the Cougar side. They do end up scoring as Kadoka couldn't quite make the recover. Looks like the refs called it dead a little soon. The Cougars thought they did get the save, but it didn't matter as it hit the ground before the next hit. Bella Williams blocked off the spike. Jolie Westrom making the save. It looked like she crossed the line. They won't call it. A little miss hit from Shaylee Porch there. Looked like she had an opening. Just couldn't quite connect on the whole hand. So Britt Sheets back to serve for the Raiders. And Bella Williams' spike goes off the back. We're all squared at 15. Seems like once a team gets a big lead, they shut down and the other team comes storming back. As Britton Sheets will pick up an ace. She does seem to get more aces than anybody I've seen here this season. She gets her first one here in the second set. Crucial ace there to take the lead for the Raiders. Bella Williams sends that one out the back once again, so 17-15. The Raiders are now starting to build themselves a lead, see if they can hang on to it. They've trailed most of this second set. Nice little scramble from the Cougars to keep it alive. Kin by blocked right at the net. Now they set up Kin once again, and she does find pay dirt. 18-15, the Raiders have a 3-point lead. Timeout is called on the Cougars, so we'll take a 30-second commercial break. I'm Gage Ravellette on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Welcome to JR's Oasis, your one-stop food and gas shop. Proud to serve Phillips 66 regular, premium, and diesel fuel. After fueling, go inside for slushies and shakes, ice cream cones, and now offering a full line of healthy, chilled items and snacks. JR's hot menu is great for breakfast, lunch, and supper, featuring the famous Hammer Breakfast Sandwich and fresh hand patty burgers. Try the new Cafe Tango frozen coffees for that extra boost of deliciousness. JR's Oasis, East Highway 50, Yankton.
So we're back after the timeout from the Cougars as they seem to have hit a low spot in the set. They are now down 3 after leading the majority of the second set. Britton Sheets is back to serve. She has picked up an ace before the timeout. We'll see if she can pick up a second one. She won't. But Bella Williams will get the spike on the far sideline. Good timeout from the Cougars to recoup. Bella Williams will be back to serve once again. Taylor Hoxing almost didn't make the play, but she does, laying out for the ball. Now Shaylee Porch. Spike doesn't get through. Raiders now. Aiken doesn't get through either. Masson Nemec off the block will score. Ball kind of just floated in the air for a second. Hard to track when its movement just stops. Cated by, doesn't go through. Raiders seem relentless in their attack, causing the Cougars to scramble what seems to be every time they get the chance. They finally get an opportunity to set something up. It doesn't go through. Raiders right back to Aiken. Just tips it over. It is blocked by Breezy Amiot at the net, but they can't make the save. So 19-17. Gayville almost at the 20-point mark. Maya Aiken is back to serve, so that means Ayla Dimmer subbed out. Paisley Dimmer comes in. Britton Sheets. A little hesitation there. She can't make the save. So 19-18. Breezy Amiot back to serve for the Cougars. Jolie Westrom now gets a chance. Doesn't go through. Now Paisley Demmer finds the open area next to the net. Big diving save from number 1 Nemec on the Cougar side. And Paisley Demmer tips that one down right at the net. Didn't even give the Cougars a chance to spike it. So the Raiders are the first team to hit the 20-point mark. Taylor Hoxton subbed out. Eliza Westrom subbed in. Big scramble from the Raiders. Can't make anything of it, though, as the Cougars put them out of position. So we are still only a 1-point set here in the second. Things could go either way. Raiders only need 5. Cougars need 6. It is win by 2. Paisley puts it over to the near the net on the far side. Doesn't go. Bella Williams spike from the back row. No good as it goes out of bounds. So 21-19. Jolie Westrom back to serve. The Raiders only need 4 to go 2-0 up in sets. That makes 20 points for the Cougars. Before we go any farther, I would like to mention for complete coverage, updated scores and brackets, stats, photos of this high school volleyball tournament this year, visit stpb.org/volleyball. All the matches will be streamed live at stpb.org and on the STPB YouTube channel. The 3rd and 4th place matches, including the championship match for all 3 classes, will be broadcasted live on television, with Class A on STPB1, Class AA on STPB2, Class B on STPB3. For updated content, check out the STPB Sports on all social media. So the Raiders hold a 2-point lead, 22-20. Raiders only need 3 to win the set. Cougars need 5. It is win by 2, of course. Timeout is called on the Cougars. So that is their last one of the set as they look to talk it over. It's 25 seconds before the timer hits 0. So plenty of time. Both teams elect to not use the full minute as they come back on the court. Ayla Dimmer will be back to serve for the Raiders. So that means a substitution happened as Paisley Dimmer comes off. Bella Williams, screamer of a spike. Cougars keep it within one. As Cassidy Williams will be back to serve for the Cougars. Raiders set up Aiken. It does go through. Plenty of room in the back. The Raiders are within two. Liza Westrom comes out. Caden By comes on. Taylor Hawksing back to serve. Into the net, that ball goes, so 22-23. Landon Kane subbed out. Michaelan Bonenberger subbed in as she's back to serve. Kadoka won't go away here in the second. Maya Aiken will find Pater though, as she picks up another kill. Gayville only needs one. Brenton Cheats back to serve. I think that's who the Raiders would want. Unfortunate though, as this one goes into the net. Cougars cut the lead to one. They need one more point to force extra points here in the second set. Bella Williams back to serve for the Cougars. It goes into the net, so another anticlimactic ending to another set. The Raiders do take the second one. They do go up 2-0 in sets. We'll see how the third one goes. We'll take a quick commercial break at this intermission and be back with the start of the third on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermilion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Hey, it's Paula here at the Hayshed in Gayville, home of the half-pound burger and homemade onion rings. You know, there's nothing better than wrapping your mouth around a mouth-watering, big, juicy, medium, hand-pattied homemade burger. And the Hayshed in Gayville has just that burger for you. Grab some homemade onion rings or fries to go along with that mouth-watering burger. Wash it all down with that favorite beverage, and all this goodness is at the Hayshed in Gayville, where we have good friends, good food, good times, and everything is homemade.
So we're here after the intermission here for the third set of this match between the Kadoka Cougars and Gayville-Volin Raiders. Looks like the Cougars are ready to go. Raiders still talking it out in the huddle. Now they are wrapping it up. So we're about to get underway. I think the Raiders have the serve to start this one, as they wait to do one quick substitution before they begin. And so that substitution is Taylor Hoxing coming in. It looks like we just lost connection to our camera. I'll do my best to get it set back up. Kadoka will score the first point. A little change of pace from the other sets. Got everything back. We are tied 4-4 here in the third set. As I have the scoreboard updated. So Kadoka does serve as they just picked up the last point. Spike from Caden Bai will get through. It looks like it was turned into the red and white pole. So the Raiders will take a 5-4 lead here in the third. Maya Aiken back to serve. Quick substitution. Ayla Dimmer comes out. Paisley Dimmer comes on. As the Raiders look to finish things off here in the third set. Big spike from Bella Williams, blocked to the net. It does make it over, though. And a second spike from Bella Williams will go out the back. It looked like it hit Coach Allison Jones of the Raiders. So 6-4. Hopefully she's all right. She seems to be. And she's laughing it off. Serve from Aiken doesn't get returned as a spike from Bella Williams is served into the net. Looks like I forgot to click overlay on the scoreboard. I'm sorry. It is 7-4 in favor of the Raiders. So Caden Bai, serve does not go through. But that time a spike from Kadoka will make it through. Britton Sheets couldn't stay under control of that one. 7-5 is the score. Number 16, Bella Williams, back to serve for the Cougars. Paisley Dimmer now. I thought it was going to get down, but they were covered in the back row. A little miss hit. I shouldn't even say miss hit. Miss from Britton Sheets there will allow the Cougars to make it a 1-point set here in the third. Jolie Westrom blocked at the net by Madison Nemec to tie things at 7. I have a feeling this one is going to be just as close as the last. So Bella Williams back to serve once again for the Cougars as they have tied things at 7 apiece. Paisley Dimmer now. Spike doesn't go through. Cougars have a chance. It doesn't go through either that time. It was from Breezy Amiot. I thought that spike from Paisley Dimmer was going to go out, but it's saved regardless. Wonderful save, I can't lie, from number 16, Bella Williams. Raiders have something. They can't score, though, as Jolie Westrom sees the open area, just can't put it away as it goes over the line. So Kadoka on kind of a run here as they have taken the lead. Paisley Dimmer down the near sideline. It doesn't go. Cougars were ready. Madison Nemec sends an absolute heater across. It is saved. Caden Bai finds a circle hole in the defense, which does land. We are tied back at 8 in this third set. So Caden Bai back to serve for the Raiders. Madison Nemec, spike does get through. It looks like it was blocked. And Caden Bai tried to get a touch from the back row, but it didn't matter, as it finds the ground anyway. So Breezy Amiot back to serve for the Cougars. 9-8. The Cougars do have the lead. Paisley Dimmer now in the net. It wasn't in the net. It was blocked out of bounds. Another close one. I couldn't tell from up here in the booth. So 9-9. Jolie Westrom back to serve for the Raiders. We are neck to neck here in the third. Big set for the Cougars. They do need to win. It is win or go home in a sense. Backs are on the wall. Paisley Dimmer sends it over. It is recovered by the Cougars. Refs call something. Must have been some kind of interference. So Cougars do have the lead 10-9. Serving for the Cougars will be number 14, Shaylee Porch. I didn't see the 1 on the 14. I thought it was 4. I was really confused for a second that she wasn't on my roster. But just can't read numbers, I guess. So 10-10 is the score. Serve does not go through. So Ayla Dimmer back to serve for the Raiders. Paisley Dimmer subbed out, of course. So Madison Nemec, Alexa just doink it over, finds the open hole in the defense, will get through. 11-10. Things are going back and forth, each team scoring a point respectively. Jolie Westrom just tips it over. I thought she was going to find it down. She didn't. Big recovery from the Cougars as Greasy Amitt finds an open back row to score and make it a 2-point lead here in the third set. So Madison Nemec still back to serve for the Cougars. Or I guess not still back to serve, is back to serve. Maya Aiken, though, routine kill as she finds pay dirt in the back corner by the line judge. Taylor Hoxing now will serve for the Raiders as they trail by 1 halfway through this third set. Cougars set up Landon Kane, which is blocked instantly on the net by Maya Aiken. Tied at 12. So Taylor Hoxing, her second serve of this run. Maya Aiken, no, gets a spike down the near line, doesn't go through. Landon Kane will get the spike. Blocked, but falls straight down, so the Cougars will pick up a point as they reclaim the lead, 13-12. Checking out the other games, Mount Vernon Plankington is up 2-0 over the Winter Warriors. Aberdeen Central is up 2 sets also over the Brandon Valley Lynx. Both of them games also seem respectively close, just like this one, even though the Raiders are up 2 sets also. So Britton Sheets back to serve for the Raiders as things are tied at 13. Bella Williams with the spike. It goes into the net, so the Raiders will take the lead 14-13. I should be writing down how many lead changes we have here, because it seems to go every other way constantly. Gayville-Volin, though, will take the 2-point lead, 15-13. Britton Sheets still back to serve. I did mention earlier she seems to get more aces, and I think I just jinxed her as that one goes out on the near sideline. So we are back within 1, 15-14. Landon Kane subbed out. Kaylin Bonenberger subbed in to serve, of course. Maya Aiken on the other side of the court as she normally is. Won't matter as she picks up the point regardless. Maya Aiken is the one that serves. She does find the ace. I was in the middle of a yawn, so I didn't quite catch what happened. I was just trying to not make too many weird noises over the mic. That one does go out the back, though, so the Cougars will keep it a 2-point match, 17-15. Serving for the Cougars will be number 16, Bella Williams. Paisley Dimmer, they set her up, doesn't go through. Now the Cougars, Madison Nemec just tipped a soft one over the net. Raiders do recover it. Now Paisley Dimmer, they set her up again. And too high as that one goes out the back. We are back to a 1-point set here in the third. Raiders are up 2-0 in sets. Now Caden By from the middle puts it across the court to keep the 2-point lead, 18-16. Well, things have been close in all three sets. Gayville has just looked to be the more dominant team throughout. As Madison Nemec is blocked at the net there, Cougars are able to recover. Paisley Dimmer, I thought it was going to be in, but it does make its way out. Caden By is subbed out for the libero, Taylor Hoxing. It looked like that line judge wanted to call some kind of tip, but she doesn't. So Cougar point, Breezy Amiot will serve for the Cougars. As that one's tipped down by Cassidy Williams. Raiders didn't have a chance to return it. We're all square at 18. As Amiot goes back to serve for her second time. They set up Jolie Westrom. Does not find the gap in the defense. And that one is on the line from, it looked to be Breezy Amiot for the Cougars. I thought that one was sure going out also, but as it seems like today, we can't judge my opinion at all. As the line judge blows it in. Raiders set Paisley Dimmer up. It goes no good. As the Raiders need to get a few points going. Stay in control here. Jolie Westrom, though, puts one into the back row. Tough one to recover. As the Cougars can't do it, we stay tied at 19. As Westrom is also back to serve once again. Jolie Westrom, in fact. Paisley Dimmer, spike doesn't go through. Now Shaylee Porch, her spike almost goes through. Big save in the back row from Jolie Westrom. And out the back from Eliza Westrom. So Kadoka will be the first team to 20. They need 5 to claim their first set and keep alive here for 7th place in the state tournament. So now serving will be number 14, Shaylee Porch. Raiders do pick up a point, so they aren't shortly behind. The Cougars in the race to 20. Both teams need 5 to win. Paisley Dimmer subbed off. Ayla Dimmer subbed on to serve. Madison Nemec right middle of the net. Doesn't go through. A big spike from Aiken is blocked out of the net, though, as that one's blocked back. And Kadoka takes the lead 21-20. I have a feeling this one will be extra points, but I said that about the last one. Raiders have no chance to set something up. They just send it over. Cougars now. Big spike from Bella Williams. Will the Raiders recover? They do. I thought it was going to go out of bounds, but it didn't. Another scramble position for the Raiders. They need to get a good hit off just to try to get under control back in this volley. As they can't get away from the scramble position. Big point for Kadoka as timeout was called by the Raiders. Relentless attack from the Cougars. We'll take a 30-second timeout on the Gayville-Volin Raiders YouTube channel and be back for the conclusion of this third set.
Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermilion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision.
So we were back after the commercial break here in the Denny Stanford Premier Center. Before we hit the conclusion, I will say, for complete coverage, updated scores, brackets, stats, and photos of the high school volleyball championships, visit sdpb.org/volleyball. Big spike. Eliza Westrom can't get in, though. It is 23-20. Cougars are 2 away from claiming their first set. As I was saying, for updated coverage and everything else related to this tournament, visit sdpb.org/volleyball. All the matches will be streamed on sdpb.org and on their YouTube channel, STPB YouTube. The third and fourth place matches, including the championship matches for all 3 classes, will be broadcasted live on television, with Class A on STPB1, Class AA on STPB2, Class B on STPB3. For updated content, check out the STPB Sports on all social medias. Sorry for that, folks, but Kadoka, while I was speaking, has scored another point, giving them match point 24-20. Another timeout has been called for the Gayville-Volin Raiders. That is their last of this set. They really need some kind of momentum shift here if they want to close things off. They do have a 2-0 lead in set, so not much damage is done if they do lose this one. But to clean it up in 3 would be pretty nice. Serving for the Cougars will be number 1, Madison Nemec. My Aiken spike doesn't go through. Eliza Westrom block at the net. They won't score either. A little tip from Aiken. It won't score. Big scramble from the Cougars. Bella Williams now will find the open net. The Cougars take their first set 25-20. Big rally from the Cougars. The fight has not left this West River team. And after that rally at the end, that proves why they are the 4th seed in this tournament. We do have another 3-minute break between the action. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back with the start of the 4th set on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Hey, it's Paula here at the Hayshed in Gayville, home of the half-pound burger and homemade onion rings. You know, there's nothing better than wrapping your mouth around a mouth-watering, big, juicy, medium, hand-pattied homemade burger. And the Hayshed in Gayville has just that burger for you. Grab some homemade onion rings or fries to go along with that mouth-watering burger. Wash it all down with that favorite beverage, and all this goodness is at the Hayshed in Gayville, where we have good friends, good food, good times, and everything is homemade.
So back from the quick intermission to start the fourth set. It looks like Kadoka didn't use their full timeout. We still technically have a minute and a half left as Gayville-Volin talks it over in their huddle. Looking back on the last couple of sets, I thought this was going to go to extra points. As soon as I say that, the Cougars go on a 5-point run to shut things out and claim their first set in the third. But on the first and second set, it just, while things were close the whole time, it seemed like Gayville was the more dominant team. Even in that third set, they just seemed like they were more dominant, even though things were just neck and neck until the very end where the Cougars kicked it on. We'll see if that momentum carries on as now the Raiders are on the court. Hopefully it does. They do keep it close, as a close match is the more exciting one to watch. And I'm all for exciting matches here as we get underway. Raiders looking to make a substitution. It will be Taylor Hoxing for most likely Caden By, and it is. So 2-1 in sets. Raiders still lead in that. 0-0 in this set, the fourth set. Cougars will serve first here in this one. And that one can't be returned, so an ace to start things off for the Cougars. 1-0 here in the fourth. Serving for the Cougars, I forgot to mention last time, but it doesn't matter as she's serving again, is number 1, Madison Nemec. A big piece of this Cougar team, as we're finding out here in this one. Eliza Westrom needing to send it over, can't keep it in though. A little too much heat on that ball. 2-0 as the Cougars start. So now a big kill from Paisley Dimmer as she finally gets one after what seems like the whole night she's been shut down for the most part. She is subbed off, though, in favor of Ayla Dimmer. I should clarify by my statement, she has scored plenty of times, but for the most part, it seems like the Cougars have done a fairly good job at limiting both Maya Aiken and Paisley Dimmer from their outside spikes. I thought I was going to eat my words right there. That one does go out of bounds from Maya Aiken. So 3-1. Cougars on top. Serving for the Cougars will be number 15, Cassidy Williams. Set Aiken back up. I thought it was on the line. The coach was in the way, though, so I didn't get a good look. 4-1. It is ruled out. Cougars still in the lead. Cassidy Williams back to serve once again. Eliza Westrom blocked at the net. Now they go to Aiken. Gets it through, but doesn't score. Aiken puts it on the far side, close to the net. Udoka can't make the recovery. So the Raiders only trail by 2 here in the fourth. Timeout is called. The Raiders call the timeout. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back with the fourth set.
Teamwork. You can't have sports without it. And biofuels would not be where they are today without your team spirit. Poet Bioprocessing in Hudson is proud to use your locally produced corn to make clean-burning ethanol for all of America to use. How's that for a winning combination? Poet Bioprocessing in Hudson reminds you to pump ethanol in your gas tank to support cleaner air, less dependency on oil, and support our local farmers. That's Poet Bioprocessing in Hudson. Good luck to area teams this year.
And we are back after the commercial break. It looked like there was some kind of big achievement on the Raiders sidelines as they all gathered for a picture, and that ball is being stowed away for later for some trophy case shelf. I don't know what the achievement was. I'm not going to try to take my guess and try to guess it because I'll just embarrass myself. But Taylor Hoxing back to serve for the Raiders. The Raiders are down 2 following the commercial break. Bella Williams served a spike, blocked at the net. Maya Aiken now. Hit goes off the net, but won't be recovered by the Cougars. So the Raiders only down 1 now. Taylor Hoxing still serving for the Raiders. Now Bella Williams, it looked like it found the back corner. It did. 5-3. Substitution, Landon Kane coming out. Michaelin Bonenberger coming in. She will serve. Raiders set it up right back to Aiken. It doesn't go through. A spike from Bella Williams will hit the red and white pole. On the other courts, in Class A, it looks like Mount Vernon Plankington did seal the 3-0 victory over the Winter Warriors. Back to our action. Gogodoka leads 5-4. Here in the fourth set, another spike from Bella Williams, blocked at the net. It will go out of bounds as Williams tried to make a play on it to keep it in, but can't get a good touch off the ball. Tied at 5 here in the fourth. Britton Sheets back to serve. Another spike attempt for Bella Williams won't go as the Raiders claim their first lead here in the fourth set. First lead of the fourth set. I figure I should clarify. Cougars are blocked to the net. Looks like about twice. Caden Bai will be credited for the point. The Raiders are up 2 points here in the fourth set. Spike by Bella Williams. Ayla Dimmer can't keep it under control. Kind of a heater, though. Didn't really have time to react. So Williams will also be back to serve for the Cougars. Maya Aiken now. Big dig from number 12. Michaelin Bonenberger. And that one won't be recovered, though, from the Cougars, as it's still a 2-point lead, 8-6. Maya Aiken back to serve. Ayla Dimmer coming out. Paisley Dimmer subbed in. And a spike from Jolie Westrom will be blocked out of bounds. It looks like the Raiders have found their groove here in the fourth set as they look to put things away. Maya Aiken still back to serve. Paisley Dimmer now, they set her up, doesn't go through. And that one from Bella Williams way outside. 10-6 in favor of the Raiders. And an ace from Maya Aiken to extend the lead to 5 for the Raiders. As a timeout is called on Kadoka, so we'll take a 30-second commercial break and be back with more on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Larry with Larry's Heating and Cooling. We're having a doorbuster sale. A 2-ton Carrier Central Air for $24.95 or a 96% efficient 60,000 BTU Carrier furnace for $39.95. Or buy both and I'll give you $500 off for a price of $59.90. Includes basic installation, a 2-year maintenance agreement, 10-year part warranty, 5-year labor warranty with a continued maintenance agreement. Only at Larry's Heating and Cooling. Financing available as low as $55 a month. Call Larry's today.
Coming back from the commercial break, it is getting loud here in the Denny Stanford as both student sections are trying to liven it up for each of their respective teams. Difference is 5 here in the fourth set. The Raiders up 11-6 over the Kadoka Cougars. As the Raiders set up Paisley Dimmer, it doesn't go through. A little miscommunication, maybe a trip on the Cougar side. Will extend the lead 12-6 in favor of the Cougars. Excuse me, in favor of the Raiders. I don't know what I was thinking there. Maya Aiken still back to serve. Now Madison Nemec, I thought she was going to get it through, but blocked out the net, and that one from Shaylee Porch will go out the back. It looked like the one judge said 4 hits on the Raiders side, so the Cougars will score. Breezy Amiot will be back to serve for them. Now Madison Nemec will find Pater in the back line of the court. 13-8 now, still in favor of the Raiders, but 2 quick points from the Cougars keeps them alive. Before we continue, I must mention, for complete coverage, updated scores, brackets, stats, and photos of the high school volleyball championships, visit stpb.org/volleyball. All the matches will be streamed live at stpb.org and the SBB YouTube. The third, fourth, and championship matches for all 3 of the classes will be broadcasted live on television, with Class A being on SBB 1, Class AA being on SDPB 2, and Class B on SDPB 3. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. So the Raiders hold a 5-point lead. As I say that, the Cougars pick up an ace as they finally hit double digits, 14-10, still in favor of the Raiders. Back to serve is number 14, Shaylee Porch. Paisley Dimmers. Spike. I thought it was into the net, but must have been blocked out of bounds. So 15-10. And a spike from Madison Nemec into the net will extend this lead even further. The Raiders hold a 6-point lead here in the fourth. Jolie Westrom is the one that serves for the Raiders as Landon Kane can't get it over the net. She had to make quite a leap towards the net to reach the ball, and she can't get enough momentum under it to get it over. So 7-point lead. The Cougars call another timeout. We'll just keep it here. 50 seconds for the timeout. It looks like the Cougars are, I don't even want to say the Cougars are falling apart, but it just seems like the Gayville-Volin Raiders game has almost just elevated here. I thought the Cougars had the momentum going into this fourth set after a dominating 5-0 run to close things out in the third. But the Raiders have kind of just found their groove. They're playing good. They're playing together. They're setting each other up. They're not leaving themselves in many scramble situations. And maybe that's kind of where the Cougars have kind of taken a step back. They've kind of allowed the Raiders to not be in them scramble positions to keep them off balance. And now the Raiders are taking advantage of that and scoring points where they haven't before. Jolie Westrom now back to serve. The Cougars do get the point off this one from a spike off the net. Back to serve for the Cougars will be number 1, Madison Nemec. Now Paisley Demmer is blocked at line. I guess it fell in the net again. So the Raiders do score the point. Ayla Demmer will serve. As Paisley Dimmer comes out, the Cougars do get the last touch on that one as it hits the ground. Maya Aiken laid out for it but couldn't make the save. So now number 15, Cassidy Williams, back to serve for the Cougars. Cougars are down 6. Aiken blocked at the net. A few sloppy-ish mistakes from the Raiders have allowed the Cougars to come back into this. It's still a 5-point difference, though, so there is a little bit room for error. And that one goes over the back, so that makes it 6. Between the teams here in the fourth, Taylor Hoxing back to serve for the Raiders. Her team needs 6 to seal it off and the 7th place plaque. Diving save doesn't go through, though, as the Cougars score their 14th. Not Breezy Amiot. Number 12, Madeline Bonenberger, subbed in favor of Landon Kane for the Cougars. Caden Bide, hard hit ball from the middle. It is saved. Wonderful defense from the Cougars. Now Maya Aiken will find Pater, though, as the Raiders are the first team to 20 here in the fourth. So Britton Sheets back to serve for the Raiders. Her team needs 5 to seal things away. Bella Williams close to the line, but not on it as that one goes out. So 21st point for the Raiders. So Britton Sheets back once again. Hoping to finish the season serving, but can't quite. Hoxing puts her body on the line with a diving attempt. Doesn't get there in time, though, so 21-15. Bella Williams back to serve for the Cougars. This one into the net. The last few points for the Raiders have been the Cougars hurting themselves. Hayla Dimmer subbed out. Paisley Dimmer subbed in. Maya Aiken will be the one that serves for the Raiders. Now Paisley Dimmer, her spike doesn't get through. Williams elects to just set it over the net, right back to Paisley Dimmer. This one blocked the net, but blocked out of bounds. I did see that one this time. So 23-15, the Raiders only need 2 to claim 7th place here in the tournament and walk away with a win in their last match of the season. Caden Bide now. It looked a little high. The Kadoka back row let it through, and it wasn't. Big point for the Raiders. They only need 1. Maya Aiken is back to serve. Her team only needs 1 to seal the deal. Britton Sheets keeps it alive. Hoxing sends it over. Cannon by, blocked at the net. Raiders are scrambling. They send it over. Raiders now have a chance to set them up. Paisley Dimmer just out the back. I thought that was it. So 24-16. Reese Amiot serving for the Cougars. Paisley Dimmer right at the back row, and that will do it. The Raiders will pick up a win here on the 3rd day over the Kadoka Cougars to seal 7th place in the tournament. Big point from Paisley Dimmer there. Hard earned for the Raiders regardless. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back to wrap things up here in the Denny Stanford, and hopefully a view on the awards given out from the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Wait. Toby's Lounge has wings?
Yep, wings.
I thought it was roasted chicken.
Well, yes, they still have the best roasted chicken in the universe, but they also have big, juicy, saucy wings. Only 71 cents each on both Mondays and Thursdays. Toby's Lounge also has 7-ounce burgers that have won Burger Battle. Happy hour starts every day at 5, beers for only $2. Check out Toby'sLounge.com or find Toby's Lounge on Facebook for all the daily specials. Toby's Lounge open 11 to 9 every day. Congrats to the Gayville-Volin volleyball team on an outstanding season from TLC Propane. TLC Propane is proud to be your only locally owned propane provider. With 86 years of combined experience in the propane business, you can count on us this winter. We'll soon be moving to our new Yankton location at 2208 Whiting Drive. Great job, Gayville-Volin athletes and scholars. Bring home the 2024 State Volleyball Championship.
Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
Welcome to JR's Oasis, your one-stop food and gas shop. Proud to serve Phillips 66 regular, premium, and diesel fuel. After fueling, go inside for slushies and shakes, ice cream cones, and now offering a full line of healthy, chilled items and snacks. JR's hot menu is great for breakfast, lunch, and supper, featuring the famous Hammer Breakfast Sandwich and fresh hand-patty burgers. Try the new Cafe Tango frozen coffees for that extra boost of deliciousness. JR's Oasis, East Highway 50, Yankton.
And welcome back from the break. I'm Gage Ravellette on the Gayville-Volin Raiders YouTube channel, here to wrap things up. After an exciting match that goes 3-1 in favor of the Raiders, and the last day of the state tournament, all I can say is what a season from this Raiders team. Looking at the roster, they are fairly young, and while we are now a year away from the next season, there's plenty to look forward to. If you can win these state games, or heck, even just make the state tournament with a younger team of sophomores and some juniors, and even Paisley Dimmer being a freshman, you are set up good in the future. We'll see how the things turn. They're still on the court. They're still talking things over about the medals. I don't know really what they're waiting on. I'm assuming for this Aberdeen and Brandon Valley game to finish. I don't think I can wait that long, so I'll just finish wrapping it up here. Before I go, I do want to give one last thanks to the sponsors of the match. If anybody in the stream is interested in sponsoring any of the Gayville-Volin Raiders athletics at all, contact the station, 106.3 Classic Hits or 5-Star Communications in Yankton, South Dakota. They'll set you up. It is very much appreciated and does wonders for these broadcasts, sending out Gayville-Volin Raiders athletics to all those in the surrounding area. So the sponsors for this match, the Hay Shed, Flatlanders, Valley Egg Supply, Toby's Lounge, Jaeger Diesel, JR's Oasis, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Poet Biorefinery, TLC Propane, Clubhouse Grill, Morningside Event Center, Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Once again, thank you to the sponsors. It has been a good season for this Gayville-Volin Raiders team. Maybe not the high. Let me rephrase that. Maybe not the result that they wanted to end this year, but nothing to hang their heads about. Getting to the state tournament is an honor enough, and even winning a game here like they did today is even better. So once again, thank you all for joining me. Sorry about the technical error on the broadcast in the middle of it. Hopefully I got it fixed and it sounds good on the thing. Once again, I'm Gage Ravellette on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube. Have a good rest of the day.